Hey everybody, it's Frankie-Lou. I'm coming to you from the greenhouse in the sky where I'm going to be conducting some experiments today. Now, it's very exciting because normally this time of the year I'm preparing to break down my garden and prepare for a dormant winter season. But because the greenhouse in the sky is a geothermal greenhouse, which is 4 seasons, I am actually preparing to plant again. So one of the plants that we definitely want to give another go at is the Tremoncino squash. Planting in the winter can be very time sensitive, even in a 4-season greenhouse, because you want to ensure that you get enough of that setting of fruit and moving along in the growth process before the short winter days happen. This Tremoncino has been an amazing plant, and I've got other videos about it if you want to see what a great producer it is. But this particular plant is one we definitely want to see if we can clone or propagate. While we are planting from seed as well, we want to see if it's faster to propagate and see if we can get those coming along further than the ones planted by seed. And we also want to clone this particular Tremoncino squash plant. We've had other ones in the greenhouse that did great, but this one is so fantastic. We really want to clone it so we can ensure that we get the same production, viability, taste, all those things, because it's a clone, not just a seedling grown from seeds, which can have a great deal of genetic variability. So I'm going to do something I haven't done before. I've done a lot of cloning before, a lot of propagating with other things, but I haven't done it with squash before. So that's kind of fun. That's a fun experiment I'm going to try. Plus, I want to try some different products. I've always used rooting powder in the past, or willow water. I've made my own willow water. But now there's a newer product I want to try as well, which is a liquid root hormone. So we're going to give that a go. Plus, I want to see if it will grow just by rooting in water. So yes, we're going to try propagating this plant 4 different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 8 cuttings from it and do 2 with each fir. A couple of rules of thumb when you're propagating almost any plant is you want to make sure that you have enough nodes where roots can grow from. There's so many shoots on this plant. Like this one plant, I swear there's at least 40 fruit growing on it right now, and it's great. And it's got lots of little side shoots. So I'm going to take from the side shoots because I don't want to stop the production of these larger fruits that's coming along. And I'm going to cut, make sure that I've got a good side shoot. I am going to remove all these baby fruit because we don't want it to focus on growing fruit. We want to focus it on growing roots to start before we plant it. I'm also going to take off the bigger leaves. I want to make sure that I have enough there to photosynthesize, but I don't want energy going to leaves so much as I want it going to these nodes where the roots are going to go. So, all right, and now I have cut my lovely little cuttings here. I have ensured that I've got a couple of leaves that have been removed where the nodes, this is where the roots are going to come from on each of these. What we're going to do is we're going to plant 2 in just plain soil, see how it goes. We're going to place 2 of the cuttings in water to see if those root. Then we're going to do 2 of the cuttings in the powdered rooting hormone, and we're going to do 2 of the cuttings in the liquid rooting hormone. Now, those of you who follow me know that I'm a huge fan of milk jug planting, and I do love upcycling these sorts of things. I do almost all of my seed starting and propagating experiments in these types of chambers because I do find that having a lid that I can take back on does definitely assist with it, elevating the humidity levels, and I get better propagation and germination rates out of this. Now, I'm not using a milk jug though because I really want to be snoopy. Then I have a much better chance with these clear ones of seeing if I do have any root development going on. So I have cut these with very sharp, clean scissors. And let's just start with the water ones first. We're going to pop 2 in water. I want to make sure there's some of the longer ones because we don't want it to be drowning, right? So here, this is a good long one. I got 2 long ones in the water. Then I'm going to put 2 in plain soil. So an essential part of any experiment, so you don't get your data mixed up, is to label things correctly. I don't have to label the ones that I've placed in water because I know that they're in water. It's pretty obvious. I'm going to tape it up and I'm going to put the date on it. Duct tape is fantastic for this. All right. It does the trick. If you haven't tried winter sowing yet, please do take a look at my other videos about that, because honestly, before we had the greenhouse here, it was the best way to ensure, it was really the best way to ensure that we got lots of good seedlings with little fuss and muss in our zone 3 growing area. Okay, so there's my water. I'm very excited about this. I have never done squash propagation before, so this is an experiment on so many levels, which really gets me jazzed up. Well, I've always been that nerdy girl who loves science, and I love that I can continue to use my garden as a laboratory. I'm gonna put soil on it, just plain soil. So next up, I'm gonna use my old familiar favorite, the powdered root hormone. One thing, just to make clear, rooting hormone is a natural substance that occurs in plants anyways. We're just using more of it to kind of try to encourage that root growth when we're propagating. I put 2 of these ones with the rooting hormone. I'm going to dip it in, shake off the excess, and just place it straight into the dirt. Like I said earlier, I made sure that I cut off any of the excess leaves. I do want to leave some there for photosynthesis, but I want this plant to focus on growing roots, not on producing fruit right now. Are you excited, Luna? You excited about our little experiment? Is this interesting for you? Or is it just interesting for Mama? Let's hope not. Rooting powder. So now I've got the rooting liquid. Do a dip, place in the soil. I'm using the Pro Mix Organic Herb and Veggie blend. It's the one I always use for pretty much everything. I've just found it's got, with the addition of the mycorrhiza, and I'm not getting any kickbacks from them, but I just do really love the product, so I'm going to tell you that's what I'm using. Okay. I have my 4 experiment vessels ready to go, but I've also planted seeds, like I said, to safeguard, just to ensure that I can. Oh, this is another reason I love these. I can carry a lot of them very easily. Right? I'm a very clumsy girl. This helps me. I'm going to go place these in a spot that has some good light, not direct, like sunbeam right on it, but good light, and keep an eye on them. Hopefully, in a couple of weeks, we'll see some results. I will definitely give you my honest rundown of the results. So I hope you'll stay tuned, and as always, I hope you'll take this chance to grow together today. Have a good one.